Do you think that black leaders have an obligation to other black Americans? Is there a point at which that obligation ends, if you do think that, and one can pursue his or her own ambitions?
One more time, please.
Do you think that black leaders have an obligation to help other black Americans? Because you're black, do you have an obligation to?
Well, I can't say what anyone has an obligation to. I've broken so many rules of obligation. I am trying to, a few years ago, I was bemoaning the fact that somebody who I respect, like James Levine, would accept a medal or an honor from Ronald Reagan. And I said that, I became strident. I said, look, he's famous enough as an artist. He has enough cachet that he could turn this award down and write a New York Times article, a feature saying why he did it, and he could make the voice of an artist actually having some political clout. I said that. No, I have no right to say that about him. He is a wonderful artist. And his feeling is, my art transcends. My art does not want to fight these battles. It's for all the ages. Maybe that's what he would say.
And maybe he's saying, I'm not taking this from Ronald Reagan, I'm taking it from the president.
Okay, right. And can he make that?
I'm not sure.
Yes, I mean, you don't believe it either. But I was lucky enough to be given the honor during the age of Mr. Obama, right? Would I have taken it from, no one offered it to me during Richard Nixon or Ronald Reagan. Would I have taken it? I don't know. If you're hungry enough as an artist, you will. Now you're saying black leaders now.
Yeah. Yes, and we're putting you in this category. However you resisted.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, this idea of, I've lost the sense of the question because I'm trying to make it.
Do you have an obligation to help other African Americans? And is there a point where that obligation ends, that you no longer have to meet that obligation, if you think you do?
Well, what is help? Do I have an obligation?
Uplift, pay attention to, listen to.
Well, I start with my family.
Yeah.
I start with my family. Those young nieces and nephews I'm talking about, whose mother died of cancer, who at age 18 are now left with a mortgage, a leaking roof, and they've got to educate themselves, and they've done it. They pulled together on a busboy's salary. The oldest son is actually leave school and is raising his brothers and sisters. Yeah, and for me to actually find a way to talk to them and ask, what do you need? I'm not unlimitedly wealthy, but I can give a little bit, I can give money. And what's more, here is an older person who's listening to you and asking you, what are your plans? That's how I do it. Yeah. Take care, clean up around your own door first. When I'm speaking in a forum like this, to try to speak candidly about what I find I share with this notion of what a black American is and how I diverge. And I hope that the ears are there to hear that black people we can be in disagreement. I think that helps black people.
Well, it helps us. Thank you, Bill Jones, for being with us. We appreciate
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure.